A/B testing and KPI tracking, two of the most underused but high impact levers in outbound sales. So in this lesson, we're not just diving into marketing jargon and analytical dashboards. We're focusing on how you, as the rep, can make smarter decisions, increase your reply rates, and build more pipeline by running small, strategic experiments and tracking the right signals. If you want to stop guessing and start learning what works, this course is your path forward. Reality is most reps are still operating on instinct. They're relying on what feels right, or worse, copying tactics without knowing why they worked. That might land a few meetings, but it's not going to scale at any point. A/B testing and KPI tracking is going to shift you into a system where every week you are learning. You're not just working hard, you're refining really quickly. And that's what separates the top 10 from the rest. It's not volume, but learning velocity. Now, you don't need to be a data wizard to benefit from this. You don't need new software. What you do need is a mindset shift. Treat your outreach like an experiment. Every email, every cold call, every LinkedIn message, it's a data point. If you track it, you can improve it. If you don't, you're going to be stuck repeating patterns and hoping for different outcomes. Testing and tracking form a feedback loop that's going to accelerate your growth. You test a subject line, it lands, you log it, you reuse it, and then you test something else. Each week becomes about micro improvement. Over time, that's dozens of new learnings, better messaging, and a personalized playbook that's been proven by your own numbers. It's not about being perfect, it's about getting 1% better in every task each week. And watch that compound. The thing is, every part of your outbound sequence is testable. And that's the beauty of becoming obsessed with this approach. Subject lines, opening lines, call openers, voicemails, LinkedIn messages, CTAs. Each one is a lever. For example, if you're seeing low replies, test a softer CTA like open to exploring this versus keen to connect. The key, test one element at a time and track the result. Don't guess which version is better. Let the numbers actually prove it to you. Okay, let's bring this to life. Imagine testing either two subject lines or opening lines of an email campaign. One's going to be generic, one personalized. You send each to 50 similar prospects. Version B, the one with the persona hook, gets a 65% open rate and leads to a 12% reply rate. That's double the impact. Without testing, you would have never known this. You might have actually stopped using this version because it felt too informal. But the data proves what works, and that's the power of simple A/B testing. Most reps skip testing because they fear it's complex. Others test sloppily and get bad data. So here are the traps to avoid. Testing multiple variables at once, ending a test too soon, or letting bias overrule the result. Also, testing in non-similar segments can kill your accuracy. Run tests on like-for-like personas at the same time of the day across similar industries. Discipline in how you test leads turns into confidence in what you're going to learn. There are hundreds of sales metrics, but only a few will truly help you get better. We're focusing on the ones that tell you how well your outreach is landing and why it is or isn't converting. Reply rate, connect rate, bounce rate, meetings booked. These are your performance signals. If your reply rate is low, test tone or a different CTA. If your connect rate is low, adjust the timing or the data list. Use these numbers not to report, but to diagnose and then improve. Let's set some benchmarks. Great email open rates, everything over 65%. Solid reply rates, you're looking at 8 to 12%. Call connect rate, 10 to 20%. LinkedIn replies, 10 to 20% if personalized. These aren't just numbers, these are indicators. So if you're under that line, you need to be testing and tweaking. If you're over it, learn why, start scaling it now. Use this slide as your personal yardstick each week and spot where the small changes can unlock huge improvements to your game. Here's a simple diagnostic. You send 80 emails, open rate is 52%, which is okay, but the reply rate is 3%. That tells you one thing. The subject line is doing its job, but the body in the CTA isn't. Maybe it's too long, maybe it lacks clarity. So instead of throwing out the whole sequence, just test a new CTA and tighten the message. That's how you fix the problems at the root without wasting all the other effort or guessing wrong. To take this a step further, the smartest reps don't just run tests, they track what wins and then create a personal vault, subject lines that landed, openers that worked, objections you handled well. Keep it all in a spreadsheet or a Notion doc, wherever. When pipeline pressure hits, you don't start from scratch. You pull from your vault, and when a teammate struggles, you can share it. That habit builds confidence, credibility, and consistency in your performance. This doesn't need to take hours. Every Monday, review your top KPIs. Pick one weak point, set a test. Track it all week. Friday, log what you learned. 1 hour max. But over 52 weeks, that's going to be 52 learnings. That is a huge personal playbook, more valuable than any enablement doc you could find. The reps who build the rhythm become completely unshakable because they're always learning, they're always improving. Let's break it down. The best reps do these things consistently. Test weekly, track one variable at a time, review small sample sizes with focus, trust the data over ego, log what works, share the wins. These habits are what turns high potential reps into consistently high performers. Adopt them and you'll stop plateauing. You'll start compounding. Here are some things to watch out for. Remember, don't chase vanity metrics. Track what ties to meetings. Don't guess the test. Don't jump ship mid-test. And don't spam the same message and call it a cadence. Testing is only valuable when it's done clearly. And your numbers, they're there to help, not to judge. If something's low, it's not a failure, it's feedback. It's something you can improve right now. Zooming out, here's what we're really doing. You're building a system that sharpens with time. Every week you review, you test, and you improve. Your funnel's going to get tighter. Your reply rates are going to climb. You waste less effort. Naturally, you're going to start booking more meetings. This is not luck. This is about building a really good process. And that's what makes you dangerous in the best way possible. So, start small, run one test this week, subject line, CTA, whatever's weakest. Track your top 3 KPIs, log your wins, share one learning with your team, and then repeat this. This isn't about perfection. It's about creating a rhythm of learning, one insight at a time, one upgrade per week. And that's how you're going to stay ahead. Let's go.